Alright, so we got to quickly talk about this whole Publix grocery store David Hogg die-in thing, right? So if you don't know what happened, basically I think it was like a week and a half ago, David Hogg and Everytown went to Publix grocery store in Florida and they held a die-in. So they all laid there on the floor and pretended to be dead and got in people's way while they were trying to shop for their groceries and stuff. And they did so because they found out that Publix was donating to a gubernatorial candidate in Florida that's pro-gun. And he's backed by the NRA and highly rated by the NRA, and so they started going after Publix, which is what they like to do. They like to go after the funding, they like to go after the money, and they also wanted to get out there in the media by doing something very public, like on a grocery store floor, which they knew would get a lot of media attention. All right. Now, there's two things about this which just really paint this story in a whole new light. One is 2 days before this die-in. Okay. Publix conceded. They said, no, that's right. You're right. We're wrong. We're pulling funding. You're good to go. Great. 2 thumbs up. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to piss anybody off or offend anybody. So without even doing anything, just the threat of the die-in achieved their results, but yet they still held the die-in anyway. Why? Because they're media whores. Because they're pushing an agenda. Especially David Hogg. Look, I don't think that David Hogg actually does care about gun violence whatsoever. This is a kid who's been talking about since he was 12 years old that he wanted to be a journalist and wanted to be in the media, and he's just using this as a stepping stone. He wants the attention, and that's why he went ahead and did it anyway. And two, the hilarious part about all this is that when Publix pulled funding from this gubernatorial candidate, they also pulled funding from everything else. Everything that could even be construed in any little small way as being political, so as not to piss off anybody. And that included a lot of different groups, a lot of different companies and organizations they were donating to, many of whom were left-wing. Two in particular was the YWCA, which is a very pro-gay, pro-same-sex marriage organization, and Planned Parenthood. You know, the baby killers. Yes, Publix pulled funding from a pro-gay organization and Planned Parenthood, the abortion mill. So, all in all, I gotta say, as far as I'm concerned, okay, this guy doesn't get any more funding from this one place versus less funding for dead babies. I'm cool with it. I'm absolutely 100% across the board cool with it. You guys know how I feel about this. I am 100% anti-abortion, pro-life across the board. Now, as far as the YWCA thing goes, that doesn't affect me at all. I'm actually pro-gay marriage. I'm pro-marry whoever the hell you want. I don't really care as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. That's where I fall on this issue. So some people will cheer that. Some people will be mad about it. I'm just in the middle and I'm like, whatever. I don't care. But as far as less funding for dead babies, I'm absolutely 100% on board with that. So in this one particular case, while I will say that I do still think that David Hogg is an attention whore and kind of a douchebag, I will also say this. Thank you, David Hogg. You did something good for once.